candle flickers, its fleeting flame a reminder of how precious each and every moment is. There is only now. There is no yesterday, no tomorrow, only this very moment that we share right now. Time is a trick, you once said, and if that's so, then you could be anywhere and everywhere at any time, a truly eternal soul. As I watch this flickering flame, comforted by its soft glow, my thoughts are of you, trailblazing on fire in everything that you do. Genius, legend, greatest of all time, so many words were used to describe you while you were here. But this overused language, now handed out in such a throwaway manner, just doesn't do you justice, and never will. I look away from the flame for a second and glance the clock on the wall. Ain't nothing after midnight ever been too good for me. The hands of the clock with every second passing reminded me of this trick of time you spoke of, and how we're slaves to its every tick and tock. As we measure everything here on earth by time, I suppose I should mention that it's 7 years since you left. A symbolic number in your life, or so it seemed. Born on the 7th day, into the world you come, growing up round 7 corners, then later 3121. How can we truly measure your influence on the world? A soaring solo from a beautiful white cloud, felt for generations to come, gave you superstardom on a level no longer seen by anyone. Defying all conventions, you did it all your way. Pushed the boundaries, fought for freedom, you were so much more than Purple Rain. So much created in such a short life. You made every second count, even if you weren't counting them yourself. And yet still, we have only reached the tip of the iceberg of your accomplishments. You left behind a whole other lifetime's achievement of work and discoveries yet to be shared. One day, when it's all laid bare and out there for all to see, hear and experience, then maybe, just maybe, your true influence on this world can be felt and can be measured. Will it happen in my lifetime? This I would love to see, but I'm having my doubts. This candle's flame is slowly getting smaller as I'm writing, this only serving to remind me of a dwindling community as slowly age takes its hold. If nobody who knew you, experienced you, took a life's journey with you, is around when it all comes out, then who will understand its context, and who will be able to explain why, where and when? Like you, we need to create a new power generation, to learn and to entrust all this to, as I've seen the future and it will be. I've seen the future and it's rough. It's getting late, the night is taking hold and my candlelight is slowly fading, and by a sheer quirk of fate it started to rain outside, and in the distance the rumble of thunder rolling over the hills. As if in some way you can hear me or know how I'm feeling and giving your approval. We miss you. The world misses you. Shit's been weird since you left. What would you have made of the last 7 years? One can only imagine what effect the pandemic would have had on you. What you may have had to say, what kind of songs or music it would have influenced. The help you selflessly would have given to those in need during that difficult time, and when it was all over, maybe you would have invited us over to Paisley for the pandemic experience. I just know it certainly would have given you fire in your belly to do something. Like the time you wrote Slave on your cheek, donned a symbol name and a symbol guitar, and rewrote the rule book. God, it was powerful. My candle is almost out, the last wafts of its scent are filling the air in this empty room in which I sit. Empty room. How am I ever going to fill this empty room?